seemed like Kevin really got going coming off of a few Alfie screens. What did you like about the synergy between those two guys specifically?
They both draw a lot of attention. Obviously, really needs them to be an important tandem. But Nurkic was really hugged up on Alfie and allowed him to get down and gave up a dunk basically because he didn't want to leave Alfie. And like I said, the chemistry between those two has been good, and we're going to need it to be a big focal point of what we do.
What did you like best about what Kevin did tonight in his first game action with your team?
Yeah, I mean, just played, took what the game gave him. He wasn't forcing anything, trying to get guys involved, took the shots that were there. I ended up 7 for 10 and missed the 3 that he probably will make usually, and so did what he does, 20 and 23 minutes, and just getting his rhythm going, so it's good to see him out there.
You know, have a guy who is pretty proven late in the shot clock, you know, scoring when you guys really need a bucket. Is that one of the drivers of acquiring him, someone who can kind of score by himself, so to speak?
Yeah, consistent scoring threat, finisher, closer, however you want to put it, in the shot clock and the game. And obviously, we know what he does, and he's done that his whole career, so that's only going to be a benefit for us. But yeah, that was the driving force, like you said.
What did you think about Reed? He seems to keep getting more and more comfortable when he's on the court.
Yeah, he is. He's aggressive and confident, like you said. Looking for his opportunities. You know, you underestimate, I think, the pace he plays with. He's one of our best at kicking ahead or getting downhill himself, and the threat of his shot kind of opens up the driving lanes. And so, you know, I think he's improving overall. Defensively, still can do some things, and recognition-wise, we need him to get on the same page as some of our vets, but I think that's all our young guys, and we're working to get there.
Were you able to tell, just even in 20-some-odd minutes of KD out there, of the impact that his presence on the floor is having on some of the other players? Like Jabari had 11 shots, just like the impact that his presence being on the floor on some of the other players.
Yeah, similar to what I said about Alperen, the attention that they draw and create, and other guys will be a recipient of that. And so you want to put him around with other guys that can get downhill on man, or other shooters to space the floor. He's going to get his, or he, more often than not, makes the right pass. It's unselfish as far as that. So we know that about those two specifically, and then everybody's going to benefit off them.
You feel like Alperen's working off season and his play in Eurobasket, where he was primary facilitator of the whole tournament. You feel like he's taking a step forward as a playmaker. He seems like he's making a lot quicker decisions with the basketball.
Yeah, I would say his quicker decisions. He's always been a guy that can pass the ball, and sometimes like young guys, they get a little thirsty and keep the ball at times, when you know. But he's going to make the right play more often than not, and good rhythm right now. Great shape coming off the Eurobasket, and you know, kind of picking up where he left off last year, All-Star level.
Kind of piggybacking off of that, Alfie has 19 assists through about 4.5 quarters of run so far. Is this about the frequency you're envisioning kind of using him throughout the season?
Yeah, definitely.
But what have you noticed about the pace of in the last 2 games? Looks like the team is moving a lot quicker. Is that something that you all worked on?
Yeah, we worked on it, talked about it. Last year it was one of our goals to be the best offensive rebounding team and one of the best in transition, but we didn't accomplish that. We took a step back from the prior year, and now we want to get back to that. Like I said, our men being out there and Alfie being able to rebound and push is big. Reed, like I said, underrated as far as his pace and kick aheads, and so encouraging everybody to get out and run. Obviously, you come with the second unit, we go a little bit smaller and faster at times, but yeah, we got a lot of guys that can handle and make plays, and we're not relying on one guy to be the driving force of us getting out in transition.
Toward the end of the second quarter, when Durant was sitting, you had the starters out there with Tari as well. That group seemed to find some really good minutes. What do you think worked about that, and is that a group that you could see getting a lot of run in the regular season?
Yeah, I mean, it was a defense that we started to, get some stops and get out and run. It looked like we, obviously Tari's out there with our men and those guys that wreaking havoc and doing what they do, and so got stops or steals and got out in transition. Everybody was kind of benefiting off that, and so we did, starting lineup yesterday or 2 days ago with Kevin out, and obviously Tari started a lot of games when guys have been in and out, and we feel very comfortable with him in there.
We know that Reed can shoot the 3, but how impressed have you been with his ability to be able to get to the basket and make it?
Yeah, like I said, his jump shot opens up his game, opens up the driving lanes for him, and been making good reads in the pick and roll as well. So we know he's not just a catch and shoot guy. He can continue to grow in those areas and sneaky, athletically get into the basket and finishing, and got some of those shots. We've seen that before. So we know he's not just a catch and shoot guy, and he can do multiple things, and we're going to need that from him.
What do you like about the way Clint and Alperen play together, that version of the double big?
Yeah, it's like I said, Clint's versatility and gives us a different dimension at the 5. And so, as Alperen's passing ability, Clint is like a lob threat in there, and he's all over the dunker, playing well, cleaning everything up. And so, I think Alperen's versatility benefits anybody that we have out there, and especially the bigs when he's playing with Steven and Clinton. So they already have a nice little chemistry going.
What did you think about y'all's defense tonight and y'all's defense overall in this first couple games?
Not good enough overall. I think, especially 3-point shots that were given up. A lot of them off of made baskets or dead ball situations. We're not getting back, or we've scored and they're running right back. So, we had some cross matches at times, and you just got to get matched up and locate guys. And Utah's a team that we talked about before the game, shot high number of threes last year, and want to play with that pace. And so, gave up too many in both games, honestly, and just simple communication, not getting matched up in transition. So, got to clean up those areas. Like I said, our zone we weren't communicating the best last game, but we'll continue to work on that.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.